We have officially finished the first go-around for all of the worlds. That being, except World Never Was, obviously, because that's the final world. What we're going to do now is we're going to go through the second visits to all the worlds, but rather than doing them in the order of which we met all of the organization members, we're going to do it in the order that they died, chronologically speaking. Not necessarily the same order that we see them die in. That's mostly because the Kingdom Hearts fandom wiki has them in chronological order, so I'm just going to use that. That is starting with number 4, Vexen. It's actually the first one that dies. I've entirely forgot about that. I thought it was Laroxine. But Laroxine died towards the end of the game, just before Malusha. Vexen actually dies a couple of worlds before that, even. So, Vexen is going to be the first to do here, which apparently is Halloween Town. I don't think that's necessarily going to give us much in the way of new chests. Some of the worlds will have new chests, like, for instance, the Grid. It's not the Grid, it's Space Paranoids in this. We'll have some new chests because there's new maps that we can go to. I don't think that is the case for Halloween Town at all, which is a little bit too bad. There's obviously still going to be the randomized bosses, which are going to give us rewards. Those are going to be randomized, so that's something. But mostly, I'm expecting the way we are now is going to be not exactly the way we are going to be at the end of the series, but we're not going to gain that much at this point anymore. We've made it through the first half, which is definitely the half with the most amount of stuff to get. And honestly, aside from the occasional data fight, which all should be randomized as well, actually. Wait a second. Data fights aren't randomized in as an option to get instead of another fight, but are the original... Oh, you need to capture them, that is correct. Are the original data fights, because you can still fight all of the data fights, they're spread throughout the worlds. Are those randomized? So are there just no data fights in this? Because I do seem to remember that... where are you? I do seem to remember that the Axel data fight was changed into Blizagun Lord, I believe, in the last attempt I did on this. But then, again, that was a randomizer where I had data fights enabled, and I've got those disabled now. So I'm very curious to see how those things work and or interact, honestly. This is a very annoying fight. It's not too bad, especially now that 2 of them are gone anyway, but I forgot that you actually had to capture them in these things, and there's, even if you're locked on, there is absolutely no homing with these things. Drive gauge power up, that's actually probably one of the most useful things we could have gotten here. Aside from, like, a good ability or, like... Well, that's pretty much all we need at the moment, is good abilities. I don't think this world is very long. I think we go back to Dr. Frankenstein dude, and then afterwards we just go fight the boss. We're gonna go like 2 or 3 worlds an episode with these second visits. Because, again, they are very, very short in comparison. So I'll be back in a moment when something interesting happens. Retrieved your presents. I forgot about this part, which actually deals quite a bit of damage against me, but that's not gonna be a big deal because I deal a lot of damage against them as well. My defensive stats are just horrible. They're actually the worst. It's kind of insane how bad my defensive stats actually are. Luckily, my defensive magic is working wonders. Strength and magic increase. I keep getting those. I just can't for the life of me seem to be getting defense upgrades. I think I have 18 defense. My attack and magic stats are at like 40 to 50. My defense is at 20. It does not help that I keep getting synthesis materials that don't help me. Anyhow, I do think that this now allows me to... Oh, we need to fill the things with the minigame. So let's skip that as well, because nobody cares about that minigame. It's a really, really annoying minigame. It's not even annoying. It's not even difficult to do. It's just tedious because it's not fun. What does help, though, is apparently this is exclusively big boxes, which makes this a fuck of a ton easier to do. Like, seriously, insanely so. So that is Very helpful. I've never gotten this far in the randomizer because last time we had Data Syax blocking our way in the first attempt or the first visit to this world. So let's go beat up a boss fight right now. Let's see what we got. Probably something bothersome is my guess. It's Axel. Sure, okay. It's just normal Axel. Wait, is this... What? How is this Data Axel? I'm not going to be able to do this. Is this Data Axel or is this normal Axel with just a shit ton of HP? This has to be Data Axel, but Data fights are disabled. You can't do that. I guess we're going to give it a shot. That's the best we can do. And then go into final form in a second here instead of wisdom again? I don't know. I don't know what to do. It's gonna be a rough one. Yeah, I don't think we can do this. I don't know why this is a data fight. That should not be possible. But I'm gonna nope the fuck out of that. Okay, now I'm gonna try one more time. And I'm gonna try to see how much damage we can deal against him when immediately going into final form. Because that might actually help a little bit. And using Blizzard. Blizzard should deal a decent amount of damage against him as well. So let's give that a shot. And see what that does. Not necessarily too much. I mean, it's not horrible. It's just not amazing, and we just need more HP for this, especially since the whole like floor damaging me thing. We need more HP for this. We might come back to this at some point, but I'm not gonna do this right now. Let's move on to the next world. I don't know. Loroxine is the next world. That should be... I think that should be Space Paranoids, right? So hopefully this won't be as big of a deal, maybe? I don't know. So far, this is not that big of a deal. I've just been beating up Heartless. Things are gonna get a little bit more ugly because those purple Heartless are actually very powerful. Again, because of my low defense and relatively low HP for this point in the game. I'm in... You can just see. You can just see how much damage... Okay, you're not really showing how dangerous you can be. But I got Magnet. That means that we can actually go to... That means that we can actually go to Atlantica. This is what I meant. Atlantica now and move on to the new song because we've got Magnet, which is what we needed. I'm gonna go final form on these guys and I'm just gonna thunder them because that is an amazing way to kill them. And we've got one more. Just 2 or 3 thunder should do. Wait a second, did final form level up? I don't think I killed any nobodies in it. Did I? I might have. I'll get the chance to do so soon. Because we're doing the second visit to the world, so there's mostly going to be nobody enemies around. But still. Anyhow. We're going to move on to the boss fight for this world, and then I guess we do another world. Because again, these worlds are going by very, very quickly now. We also have to do the light sailor thing, which really shouldn't be that big of a deal. But it might be. It just might be. We'll see. We'll see. I'll keep it. I'll keep the recording going. I always keep the recording going. I just won't cut away. And you know what? I'm just gonna go final form right away because I can't be bothered to do this any other way. And thunder is a really good way to deal a lot of damage against these kind of enemies because they're computers, so they're weak to electricity. That makes all of the sense because we're like short-circuiting them. That is. I never really realized that before. Now, I'm not going to use my last bit of MP just because I want to be able to use that for Kuraga. Because I'm going to need that for Kuraga, most likely. As you can clearly see, that was the wrong button. Usually I've got Cure on X, and now it's a circle because Japanese and the rest of the world have those controls inverted for Kingdom Hearts. So I was pressing X, which lets me use Blizzard, which wasn't very useful in that situation. So you can see how problematic that fight can be. And now I'll actually finish it off screen by focusing and not dying. Which is easier said than done, admittedly. And will I do this off screen? Because so far I'm just doing this on screen. I am aware of this fact, yes, indeed. I am already almost back at the point where I died last time, so I might as well just keep going and use Thunder a lot, because again, that deals a fuck of a ton of damage against these guys. I accidentally used up all my MP. That is not a good time for me. Please leave me alone. And one of you has to die. I can deal with one of you at a time. Two is a bit much. And still then, you're taking quite a bit of damage. It's not like I'm weak. I just don't have defense. The moment I get hit, I just melt. My HP bar just fucking melts away. But then when I hit that, fuck you! And that was that. Aerial dodge max. Those enemies that killed me before the cut, that was literally the last enemy I had to kill. I waited going into final chests. I waited going into final form until the end. I just used form boost might be a good thing. I just used reflect for the first couple of waves, and then a lot of thunders, and then went into final form to heal and restore my MP for the last couple of waves. Finishing plus, that's a couple of good things to have. Let's take a quick look at what we have as far as AP boosts go, because I always get AP boosts, so it's always good to check that every once in a while. And let's check our abilities, because we've got Magnet Splash ×2. I don't really think those stack, so no thanks. We've got Aerial Dodge Max without having to go into the form itself, which is usually impossible, so that's great. Finish plus unleashes successive finishing moves after combos. That is really, really good. Negative combos not as good until we have more finishing combos. Form boost increases the duration of each dry form. Increases the amount of time spent on limits. I think I prefer dry forms over limits, really. And I would like to have like 15 to 20 more AP for all of these abilities. So, more AP boosts. I'm not complaining about getting them anymore. Once upon a time, it was a bit annoying. But right now, I love getting AP boosts. So, if this somehow turns out to be Data's Holden, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Let's see. It better fucking not be, is all I'm saying. It's not that bad, actually, even, because this is a pretty easy fight. I don't even need to go into any dry forms or anything, I just... Okay, even then you are still dealing not insignificant damage. I should probably... Again, my magic stat is so grossly overpowered, I should be using it a little bit more. As you can see, how much damage does Reflect deal? It's kind of disgusting how powerful Reflect is. I should point out, by the way, that this fight is still more difficult than the original fight here, because the original fight here is the... what's his name? The orange guy. Orangetron is what I like to call him. Which only has like half an HP bar and dies instantly, because this is not the actual boss fight. The actual boss fight is the MCP, which is likely not going to be randomized. Maybe the big version of Orangetron is going to be randomized. I guess we'll see literally right now. Or was this the entire boss fight after all? I do not know. But if this turns into a secondary character which is just there to annoy you... Okay, so he's just his normal self here. That is fantastic, because this could have been bad. If this was an annoying boss, which is difficult to deal with, that could have been troublesome. So, we take him out first, just to disable him for a little while. He's gonna revive. And his knees, or his shins, revived before I could do anything. That is less than ideal. Please attack me. If you don't attack me, I'll just attack you. That's fine with me. And finish a combo on his ass. Which I cannot do. That makes sense. I guess we go into Master Form and just... which Keyblade... Oh, we have the other glitch Keyblade. Of course, I haven't equipped any Keyblades to Master Form yet, so that makes sense. Please focus all of your power on one panel and not on literally every panel. I'm not breaking these panels! Tron, where are you? Where is Tron? Oh, Tron is gone because that makes sense. Because Master Form, you can't do that without Tron, which is... Are you just gonna let me do the entire thing before... No, you're not. That makes sense, because obviously you can't do this fight in any other world because you won't have Tron, so you can't actually damage the MCP, even if he would fit inside the map, which I don't think there's a lot of maps in the game where this fight could fit, honestly. Well, there is a couple, like the throne room in Disney Castle, and then there's also the thing in Pride Lands, where you fight Ground Shaker, which is the biggest map in the game. Obviously, it did not mean to do that, but sure. That's your knees gone, or your shin. You deal a lot of damage still. I do not appreciate this. Can I kill you? Can I kill you? Can I kill you? Please, can I kill you? I mean, I can't kill you, obviously. I'm in trouble, I'm in trouble, I'm in trouble, I'm in trouble! Oh, fuck! I lost to a non-randomized boss. I lost to a non-random boss. That is... But that's a... we have to do the entire thing again, eh? Oh, and we also have to re-equip the abilities. I'm not going to re-equip the abilities. Well, I am. I'm just going to back out of this map and I'm come back in, because there's a non-zero chance that I will actually die again. So let me do that, and I'll be back with pretty much just beating the boss. We almost beat him anyway. We didn't, but we almost did. Almost ain't good enough, I know that. So Master Form has the Detection Saber, which has really not that great of stats. So maybe 2 become 1? Do I have anything that's better than 2 become 1? Well, I have some things that are definitely better for magic than 2 become 1. Let's put a Guardian Soul on it. I did not mean to do that, but we're back where we started, so this is a waste of the little bit of MP that I had, but at least I'm invulnerable, I guess, and I can maybe take out a couple of these panels this way, which, or just Orangetron, which again, forgot his name, will fall really, really quickly this way, like, ridiculously so. So he's not going to be a problem, and then if we can just hit some panels, that would be fantastic as well, but of course we can't, so that sucks. Don't start spinning now. Okay, yeah. I think we got this. I think we have this fight in the bag. This was not that difficult at all. I swear to God, don't you fucking dare. Thank you. Maximum HP increase, and we got an ice cream! Didn't we want that all along? The real boss fight was the ice cream we got along the way. Don't we get an item for this as well? Don't we? We don't. Let's go to Atlantica. Now that we have Magnet, we can actually do that. We got nothing for that song. Let's see what we need for the next song to be unlocked, because we might already have that magic, honestly. I think it might be... Is it Thundergar? It might be Thundergar. I don't know. Let's check it out. I'm also kind of surprised, honestly, that... Like, the reason I'm cutting out these songs is mostly due to copyright. I'm surprised that Melody of Memory, that Let's Play, didn't have any copyright issues on YouTube. And yet again, we got fuck all. Let's see what we got this time. Because I think we can pretty much do the entirety of Atlantica now. I think. I am about 52.3% sure. But maybe I am mistaken. What kind of thunder element do I have? That man is dropped is stuck between the rocks. Please help him, sir. I want to return to him. I'm guessing we need a magnet upgrade for that? That's definitely not thunder. So that's gotta be magnet. Which means that we need magnet raw to move on, which... who knows? Who knows? We'll see if we get that next episode. For now, I've done 2 songs, which is 3 songs too many. I don't have any more Thorn pages. I'm not going to go into the next world. Next time, we're going to go into, I think, Lexius' portal. Yes, Lexius is the next one. Until then, do not forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you have enjoyed this video, which hopefully you have. Until next time, I'm Vlogger. You've been awesome as always. Bye.